Hello. My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dark Nights with Poe and Munro. In the last episode, we completed episode 4, which I believe was called Everything Changes. That is, hands down, my favourite episode so far. I absolutely loved that we got to return to the world of Dr. Decker. I thought that was so cool. Now then, this should be my final slot of recording Dark Nights because there are only 6 episodes. So it's a shorter game than either Infectious Madness or The Shape-Shifting Detective. However, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. There does seem to be a lot of content wrapped up within these 6 episodes. I mean, episode 3, I am gonna have to replay a couple of times. I know that. If I want to get a full picture of the story, that I'm gonna have to go through a couple more times. And I think the same could be said for the other 3 episodes, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that this game is shorter than their other games. It's packing a lot of content, and the acting has been sublime, the music has been great, the mysteries have been very intriguing. It seems odd to say I'm going to be sad to see this game go because it has only been 6 episodes, but I've really enjoyed my time with Dark Nights with Poe and Munro, and I'm going to be sad to say goodbye to August because I don't believe Murderous Muses, Devecky's next game, is taking place in August. I believe it takes place in somewhere called Merlehaven in an art gallery, which is very intriguing. Yeah, I'm going to be really sad to say goodbye to this town, to this cast. Now, I think that's enough putting off of episode 5. Let's jump into it.
Dark Nights
with Poe and Munro. Bless me, Father Poe, for I have sinned.
Oh.
Again, Munro? It's only been a week.
I know. I just can't stop myself.
What is it this time?
Guys, why are you flirting on air?
I've been lustful.
No!
Munro, I'm shocked.
Lustful for our listeners and their dirty, dirty secrets. I just can't get enough of them.
Hear that, listeners? She's insatiable.
I really am.
You'd better not leave her hanging.
This is how you
Phone in
get
now.
stalkers.
And tell us what naughty things you've been up to. In? Confession booth.
Now remember, callers, no last names, no strings attached, and no consequences. Just call in to confess and let us absolve you of all of your sins.
It's cheaper than therapy.
And almost as effective.
This isn't blasphemous, is it, Munro?
God, I hope not.
This type of behavior is why
Excellent.
you get serial killers
We
calling
have a
in.
caller on line 1.
Line 1, you're through to the confession booth.
Hiya, it's me.
You're live on air, Line 1. What's your name?
Oh, Beck.
Welcome, Beck. Spill forth the burning secrets of your tormented soul.
I love
He
you, Poe.
means, what do you want to confess?
I, crashed my boss's car.
Nice.
Oh no, that's terrible. Were you hurt?
No, but the car was, totaled. It was a Rolls. Oh,
Wow.
I know. Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, you're getting fired.
Well, how did it happen? Were you swerving to avoid something?
Yeah, there was an animal in the road. It was really hairy. Must have been a bear or something else, because it was huge.
A hairy bear.
As big as a human. Honestly, maybe bigger. I remember because it was a full moon.
What happened to the animal?
I ran off. I don't think it was hurt, but I did hear howling.
Howling.
Yeah, like a wolf.
Like a werewolf?
Oh, well, that was terrible, obviously, but
That was.
like a wolf.
Well, that sounds mysterious, doesn't it, Poe?
It does indeed.
Thank you for your confession, Beck.
Yes, thank you, Beck. It sounds like you're still traumatized by your experience, but I'm glad you weren't physically hurt. Father Poe says, you are forgiven. And we'll be back for more confessions after this message.
Well, that was kind of strange, wasn't it, Poe?
Yes, although I get the feeling he was angling for something.
Really? Seemed genuine to me.
Munro, you're behaving kinda strange. I did notice she got
You don't
really
think-
into that.
No, I'm being silly.
You're not being silly, Alice. I suspect he was trying to make us think the same thing.
He said it was a hairy animal,
The size of a man.
and the moon was full. You don't think there could be werewolves in August, do you?
It does seem unlikely.
Poe, you're not going to believe this, but there's a full moon tonight. Maybe we should leave early and check it out.
Yeah, she's...
Don't you have other plans? It's your birthday tomorrow.
I wasn't planning on having an early night.
Let me call Gwendolyn.
Oh, poor Gwendolyn!
Welcome back, listeners.
I feel
This
so
is
bad
Dark
for her.
Nights with Poe.
And Monroe.
And we're in the confession booth. The confession booth.
Line 2, you're through to Father Poe.
Bless me, Father Poe, for I have sinned.
What is your name, child?
Casper,
And what dark anguish burns your mortal soul, Casper?
He means, what would you like to confess?
nothing? There's actually something else I wanted to talk about.
Oh, God, not another
Okay.
murder.
Off the air.
It's another murder.
Well, you'll have to wait a little while, Casper, until after the show.
Well, I could wait until then, but that might not give you enough time
Time for what?
to save yourself.
Oh. I don't know what this means.
Well, you're in luck, Casper, as I have a story queued up. Listeners will be back in a few minutes after this spooky tale. Okay, Casper. It's just us now.
What are we saving ourselves from this time?
Don't go to Wolf Lane.
We're not going to Wolf Lane.
Well, we might be. The werewolf, remember?
Yes, you are, but you shouldn't,
And why is that, Casper?
because it will be the last time anyone sees you.
Why?
I can't give details, but something bad will happen if you go to Wolf Lane tonight.
You know, if you want us to take you seriously, perhaps elaborate on the something bad will happen bit.
There's a billion other places you could go, and I'm just asking you to avoid one.
I mean,
But
that
if you
does
have a
seem
death
fair.
wish, go to Wolf Lane.
Is that a death threat, Casper?
No, this is your future. Trust me, I know.
Because you have a time machine?
Because I was there when it happened.
Oh.
Well, we're certainly putting the dark in dark nights tonight, August.
Maybe we should stop taking calls.
Nonsense, Munro. What would this show be without the heady mix of terror and titillation provided by our callers?
Well, this radio host has been titillated enough for one night, which is good, because it's time for Betty Buys. Sweet dreams, August. Thank you for listening.
Yes, And remember, don't have...
Nightmares.
With Poe and Munro.
So what do you think?
I mean, that was suspect.
What do you think?
Actually, I enjoyed Casper's call. Very inventive. We should ask him to write a story for the show.
You think he was making it up?
Of course he was. You have to learn to be less trusting, Munro. People will take advantage of you.
Like you,
Well, we
Poe?
wouldn't want that. So, still fancy a trip to Wolf Lane?
Oh!
There's a good boy.
I don't trust this. She's up to something. Don't know what,
You
but...
really think we can see werewolves?
It would be foolish to rule it out altogether. I know it's almost your birthday, but, well, a full moon waits for no man.
Or werewoman?
I think she probably just
Exactly.
wanted to wake
guess
up on
it
her
could be romantic.
birthday.
You
Yeah.
and me huddled in the car, looking at the stars?
She wanted him to be there for a
Wolf Lane's the best
birthday.
place in August for stargazing.
Do they?
There's hardly any light pollution.
That must be why the werewolves like it.
What about you know who?
I've told her I'll be late.
Just late?
Well, we'll see.
This poor man's
go ahead.
wife.
I need to check something.
Who are you calling?
Hi. Sorry, 1 minute.
Okay, I'm going.
Hi, it's Munro. No, you look great. Totally convincing.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll see you soon.
Beck was a plant. And here's a guy with a gun.
It's all right, Alice.
You don't need to do that. It's not a hold-up.
I mean, it looks like it.
I beg to differ.
This is for your own protection.
Who are you?
I'm Casper Light. I'm...
From the show. You just called into our radio show.
Oh no. I must have come back again.
Are you okay?
No. This means I've already failed.
What is it you want exactly?
I work for a company called Coit Industries. They do experimental stuff.
A scientist?
No, I'm M&M.
The rapper?
Mishaps and malfunctions.
I was thinking the sweets.
We clean up messes. I'm here to save you.
Save us from what?
Disassembly? You have to stay away from Wolf Lane.
We're not going to Wolf Lane. You told us not to when you called, so we're going straight home. Isn't that right, Munro?
Yeah. I'm so tired.
See? There's no need for any of this.
Please, put the gun down.
I'm sorry. You have no idea what's at stake.
What is at stake?
Don't try it. It always ends badly.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Oh my god. That's both genius and stupid.
Okay.
Don't look so pleased with yourself. And is it, he's gonna have to put the gun down. Oh god damn. Okay, once more. Maybe. Oh.
Back you go.
Oh, bugger. Well, at this way they should be safe. And we have a genuine excuse for Gwendolyn.
Where are we?
Are you okay?
A man with a gun came and knocked us
We're in
out.
the sound booth at the studio.
Why?
I don't know. He's locked us in. I've tried the door already.
Is there another way out?
Death? I'm assuming Casper will let us out when he's done with us.
Happy birthday to me.
You said you wanted to try something different this year.
Probably not kidnapping.
I'm sorry I had to do that. It's to keep you safe. I
From
work
what,
for a
though?
company called Coit Industries. We specialise in speculative technology.
Okay.
I say we. The science team do the heavy lifting. I'm just M&M. Mishaps and malfunctions. It's my job to clean up the results. Normally, I don't intervene. Just let it happen. Then clear up. But people will still be listening to you years from now because I've saved you.
So, the whole werewolves thing,
I didn't want to wake up alone.
I knew it.
I don't get it.
Let's face it, birthday or not, you'd have gone home to your wife after the show.
As he should.
I know you'd have stayed late and we'd have had some fun, but eventually you'd leave. Like you always do.
Munro.
I just wanted someone to wake up with. To wish me happy birthday and give me a hug.
But what's that got to do with Wolf Lane?
Nothing. It doesn't matter now. Maybe if you get a time machine, you'll find out.
Okay, it's like this. Around midnight, you're on Wolf Lane. At the same time, an organisation I can't name is testing an experimental weapon.
Ooh.
The test glitches, you get fried, and M&M are called in for disposal. Because it's not your normal run-of-the-mill explosion. Tomorrow, the news spreads that you've vanished. You're never found. Time travel is Coit's most profitable service. The key is subtlety. You don't use it to kill Hitler. You use it to manipulate election results, justify wars, or in my case, rescue 2 local radio hosts so you can keep listening to their show. You're welcome, by the way.
Let us out! Let us out!
No point yelling, Munro. It's soundproofed in and out.
Oh!
Fine.
They can't
Let's
hear
use
his
our mind
monologue
power
at
to open the
all.
door.
So that is how the world ends.
Oh my god!
You didn't hear it from me.
No, they didn't.
I wish you'd say something. I'm just gonna go. I'll leave it another minute just to be safe, though. Good luck, Poe and Munro.
Did I just open that with my mind?
Try locking it again.
Or we could just leave.
Oh. He said, oh.
Yes. Best not to mess with telekinesis.
I know he said to give it a minute, but
Ladies
they'd probably
first.
just go.
Thanks, Poe. Let's hope Casper isn't out there.
Wait. Sorry, I forgot. There's still time to go to Wolf Lane if you'd like.
You're driving.
Oh, so they if there is something going on there, they are probably still going to get caught up in it.
You're live on air, Line 1. What should we call you?
Hiya, it's me. Whoa, hey! Hang up! Help! He's got a gun! Hang up!
Beck?
Don't! I can't let you tell them where to go. Don't! Don't!
Beck? Beck?
Next time on Dark Nights with Poe and Munro.
Welcome back to Radio August's Treasure Hunt, sponsored by August Museum.
Good news, Munro only has one more capsule to plant.
Don't worry, you'll not be hungry for much longer.
If you can fall out of love, we can fall out of here.
She doesn't want you to get out. She wants to eat souls.
Dark Nights.
With Poe and Munro.
Oh, that... Couple of interesting things. The painting was the same one in Everything Changes that was up on the walls. 2, that's Tim Cowell's daughter. Again, is she called Rachel? Either way, this he's put his daughter in all of his games so far, and again, I believe she makes an appearance in Murderous Muses. Okay, Deadly Sins. We chose Lust, 43. Pretty equal there. Tell Me More. You let Munro lead Beck, 53%. You let Poe question Beck. Yeah, she was... I picked up on that quite early on, that she was... That she was in on it. I know I keep saying this. I feel so badly for Gwendolyn. Dietrich in the comments, he did say that he is actually rooting for Poe and Munro to stay together, and I will admit they are very sweet together. They have some really good chemistry. I just feel so badly for Gwendolyn. Poe, he either needs to split up with Munro and dedicate himself to his wife or kids, or he needs to divorce his wife, sort out the custody agreement, for the kids, and be with Munro, but he can't do both because it's unfair to both. As Munro says, he always leaves. She never wakes up to anyone, and in this case, she just wanted to wake up next to someone on her birthday so that they could wish her a happy birthday and give her a hug. That was really all she wanted. And as for Gwendolyn, she's having to raise their kids with Poe not in the picture. She's constantly wondering, why is he working late? What's going on with that? She probably knows. She probably knows about the affair, but she isn't saying anything for the sake of the kids. Or maybe she's just so naive that she can't see it. In which case, that's even worse. She genuinely believes her husband is faithful. I was going to say that he still loves her. Here's the thing, we have no evidence that he doesn't love both of them. For all we know, he could love both Munro and Gwendolyn, but he's just so caught up in his lust for Munro that he's neglecting his wife. Either way, she might genuinely believe that he is faithful, that he is sticking by her, and that he's just working so hard to provide for her and the kids, which that'd be awful. To think that about your partner, and then it turns out, no, they weren't working hard to provide for you, they were sticking their genitals where it didn't belong. That would be heartbreaking. They're very cute together, Poe and Munro, but I don't like the fact that he's effectively leading both of them on. She's trying to tear him away from Gwendolyn, and God knows what Gwendolyn thinks, but it just... God damn. Hail Mary, you cut Casper's call, you kept Casper on the line in the majority there. Fist fight, you won the rock, paper, scissors game, so that was possible. Ooh. I was gonna say, I couldn't tell if it was randomized or if it was set up so that, on the first one you'd draw and on the second one you'd lose. Ooh. Oh, again, this is another episode that has a really strong pivot point, because what would have happened if we'd won? If we'd won, would Casper have said, "Oh, too bad, I've got a gun," or maybe he would have been so distracted that, they could have tackled him, knocked him out, and then gone to Wolf Lane, and we would have been able to see the weapon test. Ooh. Interesting. Yep, rock, paper, scissors. You chose paper first. The majority there. Mind bullets. You chose to escape, 65%. You chose to retest Poe's telekinesis theory, 35%. This is another one where I'm like, if we had chosen to retest the theory, they would have been inside. They might have missed the weapons test. They might have arrived late. And everything would have been okay, and Casper wouldn't have needed to go back in time to shoot Beck. Ooh. Interesting. And there are, considering the number of blanks, I'll bet these are for like, oh, what did you do at Wolf Lane? Did you do this or did you do this? Did it end this way or did it end that way? Ooh. Again, this is another one that I really like. I still think that the fourth one is my favourite because of nostalgia. The third one is my second favourite. This one's my third favourite. And then the first and second episodes, I'd kind of put them on par. If I really had to pick, I'd go 1 then 2. So that'd be 4, 3, 5, 1, 2. My order of favourites right there. It's tough picking a favourite though. They have all been really good, and I'm very excited to see how episode 6 is, how it all ends. Will we have an opportunity to split them up? That has been my one goal throughout this entire series. I want them to split up, so I'm hoping we can affect that in the final episode. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.